I'm Carmen, this is my lab 1. So first things we are going to be doing is installing pfSense. So I have VMware Workstation Pro 17 open, so I just click typical and I will search for my pfSense iOS, which I have in my D drive at the moment. Let me just click that, there we go. Okay, pfSense, yep. That one, changing the location to my D drive as well, just because I don't have a lot of space on my C1 right now. So, changing it to my D drive. I have a folder for it already. There it is. Everything else. Oh, forgot the name. Just call it CIS 3470. And then we can just skip through most of these other ones. Leave everything default. Okay, so when I get to the customize hardware page, I will edit this one. I'm going to change the network adapter from NAT to bridged. And then I also have to add another network adapter by clicking add at the bottom here and add a new, oh hang on, you guys can't see the window, hang on. Let me pull it, there it is. Bring it over and click network adapter, add, just add another adapter, hit finish, close this up, and change that one to VMnet 11. And then that's all we need to change for the base installation for pfSense. And just finish this up, let it finish, and it should start installing the minute this powers on. I'll cut back when it's finished installing. Okay, so for this part, we just need to hit enter for almost all of these, just enter. Okay, so this one, we need to actually hit space so that we tick the little star there, and then it's good. We just hit enter again. Yes, we can destroy. There's nothing actually there. It's brand new, so destroy it. And I'll be back when this finishes. Alright, it's on its main page. I am going to type into my browser the DHCP4 IP address. And as you can see, it will not load. This is because we do not have the firewall turned off in pfSense. So I need to go back to the main page, type in 8 for shell, and then from there you type in pfctl minus sign dis. It's supposed to be disabled, but it's Linux, so you don't have to fully finish it. So this has just disabled the firewall, and now we'll be able to connect to it on the internet without having the page not load. Connection not private, just continue anyways. Okay, so the password right now is just the base admin password, so it just admin and passwords pfSense. Let me type that in. Oops. PFF. Sure I spelled that right. Okay. Admin. Spelling it correctly this time. Hopefully. Sign in. Yep, there it goes. Okay. This is the pfSense wizard. This will help us set up the pfSense. first couple ones don't need to do anything. Primary needs to be 8.8.8.8, and secondary needs to be 1.1.1. It needs to be GMT 8. That is our time code. And then next, we just need to click off these two boxes down here, and should be good. Okay, we need to change the LAN address to... We need to change the LAN address. This is editing me. I forgot to change the subnet. I do go back and do that. Oops. Okay, with that, changing the IP address done. Hit next. Nothing else loading. We probably ran out of time, so we gotta go back to pfSense. pfSense CTL disable. Alright, should be back. Firewall should be disabled again. Gotta bring back up the browser. Retrying. Alright. We were good. Okay, so let me type in admin password. I'm just doing password as my admin password. I don't want to forget it. Password's just pretty easy for me to remember. Okay, we are good. That is the basic wizard done. Okay, so on this page, we needed to change a firewall rule so that we don't have to keep logging back and forth on the pfSense. We just need to change our destination port range to HTTPS and hit save. I made the mistake of just doing HTTP earlier, and I was wondering why it wasn't working. But now that it's working, just close that out, type it in again, just so that you see we can instantly now access it from the browser. Don't really have to worry about the firewall anymore. So we're good on that now. We don't need to type in this anymore. We could just directly access the firewall, or access pfSense, without needing to disable the firewall every single time. So let's just exit. Okay, so it's finished rebooting, so now you can see we just immediately are able to log in. Oops. There we go. Okay. So yeah, now we have successfully disabled the firewall for pfSense. Okay, so this is me going back and changing the subnet to 27. Had it a little bit too big, too much buckets. I also had to change the range from 10 to 245 to 10 to 14. Just to limit it again. Let's go to leases. Okay. Currently, I have nothing showing up here because I have not connected my Windows 10 machine here yet, or the Windows server. I'm going to go reinstall those right now, get them up and running, and I'll show you. Okay. I've freshly installed the server, Windows Server 2022 edition. This is kind of a pain to install, but I got it. Back again. It should show up in our DNS server, or not server, leases, as a part of our HPFSense. The desktop name's a mess, so I'm going to go change that right now. This is editing Karma. I did notice that it's, for some reason, not capturing the Windows 10 V machine in OBS right now. I do repeat the name changing steps for the server, so I'm not too... you'll see how I did it in a second. But as you can see, it did change in the next step. Okay, we've changed the name. Now it says Windows 10. And I've also changed the Windows Server to also be on the right network. I forgot to change the network adapters. I had to go bring it back to the VMnet 11. Let me go fix that. And now that I fixed it, I'm going to show you how to change the name for the Windows server. Just go to About your PC, let it load, rename this PC. And I am going to call it Windows Server 2022. Done. Alright, let that load, restart, ignore and continue. I'm also going to show you how to change the admin password. I actually set this up when installing this, so I don't need to change it again. Just type in control panel, and then users, and then administrator, right click, and set password. I already did this, I'm not changing it again, it's just password 01 right now. And then, yeah, let's cancel this out real quick. Okay, now we're going to click add roles. It'll bring up the wizard. Skip most of these. Skip this one. Give it a second. Okay, we need to click Active Directory for domain services. Add the feature. Next. Skip this one. Gotta click the restart if automation requires it. And now we wait. I'll be back when it's done. Okay, it's done. Little caution signs up there now. We gotta click promote this server and add a new forest. Our root domain is going to be CIS3470.com. You need the .com there. Oh, hang on, let me recapitalize these. Next. Give it a second. Gotta type in the password. Can do password 01. Password 01 and then password 01 again. And then next. It should say CIS 3470. There it is. Okay, so just hit next. Wait for that to load. Just hit next for this part. Next, next. It's going to check to make sure everything is good. So I'll be back when it's finally finished. Okay, it's done. Just hit install, and I'll come back when it's finished installing and rebooting. Okay, we're back at pfSense. We do need to change the IP address for the Windows server. We change it to 34.70.2. Okay, it's good. This is editing, Carmen. I did realize that Windows 10 wasn't picked up, so now you have to look at my ugly background. Have fun with that. Okay, we're back on Windows 10. I need to show the network where to go. Point it to the phone book. So you gotta right click network. Change adapter settings. Go to Ethernet 01. Right click that one. Click properties. Wait for it to load. And then we need to click the IPv4, and then properties, and we need to tell it the following, no, not IP, the DNS server, which is going to be the one we just put in, to pfSense, so it should be 172.34.70.2. Oops. Hang on. Didn't space it. Go 34.70.2. Okay. Now that that's done, we just hit OK and close this. We do have to change our working group. To do this, just go to settings and type in working group. The setting will pop up. Change working group name, pop up. Hit change this computer or its domain. Just hit change. And we are going to change the domain to our domain we made on the server, or the Windows server, which is cis3470.com. Okay, we're going to type in the username and password. So we're just going to type in administrator and password 01. And once that loads, ta-da, we have made it to the domain. So close, close, restart. Okay. Close. Maybe start it real quick, and I'll be right back when it finishes. Alright, it had finished restarting. I've rebooted it. So let's see if it's connected to our DHCP leases. Let's click on that. Let it load. Okay, and as you can see, they are both here. I'm going to show you real quick that we do have access to the internet by typing in cheese.com. There is, as it loads, well, I guess you can see all the ads, but cheese.com, there it is. We've made it to the cheese. What I am going to also do, I guess, let's just show it's not connected to any other internet source. I am actually going to shut down the pfSense. Give a second, make sure it's shut down properly. Power this off. Shut down. Go back to Windows 10, and as you see, our tabs are all just buffering. We cannot go to cheese.com anymore. It doesn't load because I have shut down our access to the internet by shutting pfSense off. So let me turn that back on real quick, and I'll cut back when it's turned back on and show that we, actually I probably don't have to cut, it's pretty quick, and show that we still have access to the internet once it's back on. See, it's still here. We can reconnect to the home page. Still shows it connected. Back to Windows, and our cheese is there. But that seemed a little preloaded, so let me just Google cheese again. I guess we can go to the wiki page instead. And here's a whole wiki page about cheese. And that's it. That is Lab 1. Successfully connecting our Windows 10 machine to our domain. And yeah.